What's going on, guys? Amy Real Talk here today to do a video, a spur of the moment video, because I thought I had the rest of the week wrapped up with the videos I had uploaded and scheduled. Until today, something came to my attention. I seen a video of it on YouTube today, and it was about Togashi Yoshihiro. If you don't know who that is the mangaka, creator of not only Yu Yu Hakusho and Hunter x Hunter. If you've not read or watched any series, I highly recommend you do both. Big series, they're both phenomenal series. He's regarded as one of the best in the industry, one of the most legendary mangaka ever of all time, or rightfully so. And today on Twitter, Pew Piece, if you don't know who Pew Piece is, he's on Twitter. He's a big anime dude, mainly One Piece guy, but he posted leaks, I guess you could say maybe, of Togashi discussing the end of Hunter x Hunter, also giving his health in that situation. As we all know, most of us know, Togashi's not in the best health. He hasn't been in the best health for years. Hopefully this is just not true, and hopefully he does get better. I think all of us, just as fans, care about Togashi's health, not just for the manga, just as a human being in general. He definitely, may all pray that his health gets better. Of course, obviously, his health takes precedence and priority well over Hunter x Hunter. That's not even a question this day and age. Especially when it comes to mangaka, their health should be prioritized above the manga. Or else, even if it means stopping the series in general, just to increase your health, absolutely do it. Fans, if they're real fans, will understand and be fine with it. But this video is going to be lightly edited. I'm not going to edit it fully. What I'm going to do is read this message Togashi had, and we'll go from there. Of course, I'll share it on the screen as well, but I'm going to read it with you as we go along. So let's go ahead and read it. Togashi's ending. For the ending, I prepared the scenarios A, B, and C. When considering the proportional reaction from readers, ranging from satisfaction to dissatisfaction, the ending A is deemed satisfactory by 50% and unsatisfactory by 20%. This does not necessarily imply a high rating. For me, reaching it would be secure in a way that doesn't complicate matters with excessive criticism, I believe. As for ending B, opinions will be divided similarly between satisfaction and dissatisfaction. For ending C, I anticipate a satisfaction rate of 10% and dissatisfaction of 90%. Why do I keep it present even with a high rate of dissatisfaction? That's because it's my personal preference. But fundamentally, I want to think to the utmost extent about an ending to the point where I might not choose any of these three and create what I find most enjoyable, which is my ideal and goal. Now, when it comes to this, we obviously know Togashi is a big guy of subverting expectations. He laid a lot of the groundwork of subverting expectations back in Yu Yu Hakusho 30 plus years ago. He was doing things in Yu Yu Hakusho that wasn't the generic shonen thing to do, which is what made Yu Yu Hakusho one of the most iconic shonens of all time. At the time, somebody like Yusuke was somebody you never seen as a main character inside of a shonen. A smart ass, a badass, cocky young kid who was just a delinquent. You never had it. You never had that. I think Togashi, that's just the way he's always wrote. It's nothing new to most people that are fans of his. We're used to it. We know it. We expect the unexpected for the most part. And with Togashi, when it comes to writing and making like pretty much any type of guesses in the future, you just can't, because you just don't know. He could do anything. That's what's made Togashi so great throughout the year. To give you a clear picture, I will share scenario D, which fell out of the candidate scenarios for the ending. If fate takes me before finishing the manga, consider it the manga's ending. I would be happy if you forgive me for that. Next to the lake, a girl named Jin, holding a fishing rod, stands motionless. Suddenly, the rod shakes violently. Jin, startled, exclaims, "I got him! I got the Lake Lord!" He skillfully lifts the Lake Lord onto her shoulders and stands before a woman, saying, "As I promised, I caught the Lake Lord, Mom." Jin approaches the woman and passionately declares, "You must not tell me again. You must become a hunter." So the opening scene of this ending is very peculiar. It's kind of a homage to the beginning of Hunter x Hunter in general, with going fishing, kind of taking it back to its roots. I'm not going to say it's bad, because it's something I feel like it's a generic ending, maybe, but it just doesn't fit Togashi's style of writing, so I can see why this is bumped out just from that statement alone. But we'll continue on. The woman, with no tricks left, nods her head. Jin, still carrying the Lake Lord on her shoulder, walks away. The mother comments to her husband that Jin's dream is to never leave the island and inherit their place. The father agrees, laughing, and the mother expresses her dissatisfaction, saying, "Perhaps her desires will change later, but I want to know, you and Jin, why are you like this? Surely it's because of the blood of Grandma Mito and Grandma Noko." So if you're not familiar who these characters are, Mito is Gin Freak's sister, which is Gon's aunt, and Noko was one of the little girls that resides at Whale Island, where Gon comes from. Shown in the beginning, where he got the Lord of the Swamp. It appears that she is somehow related into this family, and apparently related in some way to Mito, which would be relation to Gon. So let's continue on. We'll see where that comes from. The woman seems unaware that Grandma Mito and Grandma Noko are not related by blood, and the father smiles knowingly. The woman, expressing her unwillingness as a mother, adds, "But Grandpa Gon was a famous hunter. This girl will one day leave this island." So we can gather from this woman is unaware that there's no blood relation between Noko and Mito, but the father does, and they refer to Gon as a grandpa. But I mean, you could probably do deduction here that the father here is probably the son of Gon Freaks, and Gon is married to Noko. They had a child together, and Jin is the granddaughter of Gon Freaks. So this takes somewhat of a time skip to the future, but which is very interesting. Gon and Noko becoming a love interest couple, and never would have seen that coming, honestly. Maybe some people have. I just never noticed it. I didn't think of Gon having a love interest, but obviously it might be hinted on later on down the series. So we don't know, unless Togashi gets that. But let's continue on. Jin insists, "I will never leave," although she is no longer visible to the heart of the forest. She hears her parents' conversation and responds defiantly. The father, amused, says, "You have a sharp eye." The scene changes to the shop, continuing to work from Mito's days. The Lake Lord has been cleanly cut and his internal parts sorted. Jen thinks to herself, while working, Mom never understands. When Grandpa speaks joyfully about his memories of being a hunter, Grandma Noko quietly moves away from her seat. Every time Grandpa Gon affirms, her belief is heard from someone. He strikes the cutting board forcefully with a knife. "I'm tired of this. Wait for someone's return after months and years of sadness crushes my heart. I make someone wait for me." Then the door opens and a warm voice echoes. A chubby little child enters, holding a plant. So obviously, what Jin is referring to here is, while Gon tells stories gleefully of being a hunter, Noko on the other hand is not too thrilled about it. Obviously, how long did Noko have to wait for Gon to come back, to come home, to finally quit being a hunter? Probably years upon years being alone. And that's not what Jin wants. She's seen that and she doesn't like that. Fair enough, honestly. It's not bad. Not a bad way to go about it. God exclaims, "I got the Lake Lord for real." "Well, let's honor the whole island with it," Jin replies. "I always wanted to be with the person I wanted to be with." Yes, both of them, with broad smiles on their faces. A bird flies away from the island, over a town and its people. The son of one of them, the daughter of another, and the grandchild of another live in different places, exchanging smiles. They might be the children of that character and the grandchildren of that character. The bird flies away into the distance. In the background, a figure watches the scene. The end. So obviously what Togashi is referring to in this one, somebody's the child of one of them, the other is a daughter, and another is a grandchild of another one. I'm not entirely sure what this could mean. Obviously, we can deduce that Jin is the granddaughter of Gon Freaks. Noku's married to Gon, and anything past that is kind of speculation. We don't know who the chubby fat kid is. Could be anyone. It's hard to tell. Now that's the ending that would happen if Togashi was to pass on before he the ending, which hopefully, I pray that's not what happens. Not the ending was. I just don't want him to die before finishing his own series. I feel like Hunter x Hunter, the amount of latent potential this series has always had has been astonishing, to say the least. And to have it end where it's never finished and we just have this pseudo ending to just make us feel comfortable and happy in some way kind of sucks, given plus there's no in between up to that point, so we don't know everything that happens. But once again, if Togashi has to quit the series because of his health and to make his health better, I'm fine with that. It's that's way more important than the manga, way more important than Hunter x Hunter, and we should all feel that way, honestly. Especially given still hurting to this day the Kentaro Miura situation. Their health comes first, guys. Mangaka's health comes first. It's more important than the series, more important than the manga or the anime. It's more important than any of that. We should always want the best for all of them, even if it means giving up their own series. Now, there's also another thing Togashi had wrote. Togashi has said his back has been a big issue as of late, and where he's not been able to sit down correctly, I believe, for years. I'm completely unable to find the actual the article in which this was talked about, where Togashi talked. There's another video. I'll find it once I find it. I can't remember who it was by. I'll find it somewhere. It'll be up here somewhere. That gives more detail about it. How Togashi's back has been a main issue. How he's not been able to sit down at all for a long time because of just how busted his back is. And he pretty much drew an illustration of what it looks like when he draws the manga, which is him kind of like some sort of like, I believe it looks like a therapist chair to some degree. I wouldn't know how to best describe it, but he looks like it's the only way he can draw manga is just in that position, which God bless him, man. I hate hearing this. But once again, like I said, Togashi's health comes first. His health comes above everything. And hopefully he does get better, and hopefully he doesn't die before he finishes the series. I feel like Togashi has the right to finish at least his this last series before he goes. If he does go, I hope he doesn't. And when it comes to the ending, there's gonna be a lot of speculation and debate about what ending should be of Hunter x Hunter, whether it should be the happy ending or the dissatisfactory ending. And for me personally, I've always held to the belief that as a mangaka, you have the right to end your series however you want, regardless how fans feel, regardless about how studios feel, regardless how the publisher feels. It's your series. You should have the right to end it how you want. And I still stand by this. If Togashi says the 10% satisfaction rate is his preferred ending, he has every right to do it. He should do it. I'll fully support it. Even if I don't like it, he should have the right to do it. That should be the way Hunter x Hunter ends. End of story. No complaints, nothing. That should be the way it ends. And I will stand by that. But with that being said, man, this is not going to be a very well edited video. I just want to talk about this and kind of shed light on it. And for anyone that's a Hunter x Hunter fan that's not aware of this, here you go. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. What's your opinion about this? What ending should he go with? Always make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, join the notification squad. Together, let's all pray for Togashi's health and hopefully. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a nice day.